afternoon and good afternoon to all. His Excellency, on behalf of the women of Liberia, we urgently
call for your commitment to improving water, sanitation, and hygiene across the nation. In many places, women and girls travel not less than 30 minutes to get water. Sometimes not even clean water, hygiene, and poor sanitation and hygiene. The impact of poor sanitation on women is complicated. In communities and public places, access to basic sanitation facilities are limited, with millions of people lacking access to safe and clean toilets. This can have significant health implications for women, including increased rate of infection and other diseases. His Excellency, it is important that more investment in improving WASH be made in this sector. This includes the construction of safe and clean toilets in health care facilities, schools, communities, public places, as well as providing clean water, good hygiene, including proper waste management systems and menstrual hygiene management. His Excellency, clean water is not a luxury. It is also not a privilege. So water, sanitation, and hygiene is a fundamental human right. And human rights are women's rights.
The empowerment of women within the
Firstly, we ask for the implementation of targeted training programs that encourages women's participation in various roles, from leadership positions to business ventures. Empowering women in this growing industry will lead to their economic independence and contribute to the sector's overall development. We also request the assurance of fair labor practices for equal work within the hospitality services. It is crucial to promote safety by implementing rules and regulations that protect female workers and tourists from harassment and exploitation. Do this will create a safer and more inclusive environment for everyone involved. Furthermore, we encourage you, Mr. President, to invest in women-owned businesses and promote gender-sensitive tourism services, including the empowerment of women in ecotourism. Ensuring that marketing services celebrate diversity and respect cultural practices while challenging gender stereotypes and fairly representing women and girls is essential. Your Excellency, by addressing these demands, we can make significant strides in creating a more equitable and thriving tourism industry that will benefit all Liberians. Thank you.
At this junction, before the singing of our anthem, we now invite our Minister of Gender, Madam Remy, is coming to the podium to receive the presentation from onward submission to His Excellency. We now invite Madam Fasia to come forward with the presentation. Please let us welcome them on stage. Thank you.
Madam Minister, on behalf of all the women of Liberia, my colleague Fasia has given you the draft call to action, the collective efforts of Liberian communities. And in addition, I would like to add the Arrest Manifesto on behalf of CAS, that includes indicators, targets, and baseline. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The answer before our next speaker, the podium. No longer what? No longer men in front, and the women at the back. Together we will walk. Sabasa, Sabasa, Sabasa. No longer men in front, and the women at the back. Together we will walk. Sabasa, Sabasa. Thank you. Thank you. Madam the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Madam the Honorable President of the Liberian Senate and other legislators present, Madam Celestine Daranku, spouse of the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Madam the Minister of Gender, and other members of the Cabinet, senior officials of government present, Madam John Kamara, former Minister of Foreign Affairs and other former officials of government, distinguished participants, members of the Florida State, I'm pleased to present to the podium the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph.
Women, oh, women! Women! So before the President speaks, I'd like to, on behalf of the women of Liberia, Mr. President, present to you the document that was presented to me in a more official way, calling your attention to the issues that are raised in the different thematic areas. And it is our hope that it grabs your attention in a more expeditious way for the good of the country. Women! Yeah, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening. Please have your seats. I know if we continue to say all protocol observed, you will not be teaching the younger people what a protocol is. So at least some of the protocol we have to observe. I want to recognize the President of the Senate. I want to recognize the Chief Justice. I want to recognize the Second Lady, representation of our Minister of Foreign Affairs, our long-time experienced diplomat, Madam Kamara. We have there the Minister of Education, the Minister of Labor, Agriculture, and his advisor, and all of our prominent women in this country. I want to thank you. Our mothers back there, prayer group, want to thank you all for coming. We said for this year that we're going to have as a theme building Liberia, new Liberia for all Liberians. And as you know that we've had an occasion to meet with the young people of this country. We met with the Muslim community. We met with the Christian community. We met with the disabled. And we have been moving around to address a couple of issues. But as you know, in all of these issues, the women issue, the concern, or the other around the concerns of women. Because all that we do and say, the greater burden of a nation bears on the women. I see, looking around, one of my enviable jobs over the years, I've been sitting between all the women there. And all the men envy that. You see that? They squeeze that kind of way to the end. They aspire to other people, but I'm sitting right in the middle there. We enjoy working with women. And as you know, it's not a token role. The women that we are appointed are very capable. And nobody can talk about that. And they are performing. When they went to be confirmed, the people with their confirmation would attest to that. And that's what we want to do. And you can't do that without empowering the women, helping them to move to the stage to do that. And so the arrest agenda has to do with empowerment. Issues that you've raised here are issues that concern us generally, but have a lot to do with the women. In the youth program, one of the questions I was asked, what it is that concerns you about your country? People talk so much about their children being on drugs. They may not be your child per se, but knowing this country, how it's so interrelated, there are not among those children that they are not related to you. And when is the burden, and I always say, the only person that doesn't ask for DNA to say whether the child is, are the women. You don't need a DNA. So you carry the burden. The other people can say, but the children, first and foremost, every parent here wants to see a good child. And the moment they run into trouble, and we know, even during our conflict, most of the victims have been women. One of the things I respect about women is their patience to get things organized. And and this is no joke. You go on a long trip, everybody is tired. But by the time they get on the ground, they are the ones, they are hungry just like everybody else, but they are the ones who will be looking after food, looking after everything. They want to get things done. They want to get things done. They want to see the place fixed. Not that they are not as hungry, but they want to see things organized. They want to see things working in the right way, things in place. How can we afford to leave them behind? And I should know that better, because as much as we came from the rural area, it's my mother who was most concerned, as much as she was handicapped, but seeing me become someone. It was not my father. And gender equality is not an argument. It's an opportunity for a country. It's an opportunity. A lot of you here will look in the gathering. All of us have worked together in many, many ways. I see some of the people who have become lawyers. We've come a long, long way. And this is a country, believe you me, that have gained a lot of respect because of the women, the way they carry themselves. They carry themselves, the kind of way in which they have demonstrated themselves over the years in other countries. You probably don't even know that you've been an influence to many, many areas. And that's why when we see some of the people, well, I think part of the problem is everybody is waiting to be invited. And that's the problem. We should all begin to get involved. The reason some people are not invited, because you must be visible. You must be available. You don't wait until things go wrong, because it will affect everyone, and especially the women. Your children, how they come up, how they get educated. And it has been part of my plan that even in the schooling area, that I set up a committee of women who will go to those classrooms and tell those teachers how the classrooms are supposed to be, how they're supposed to be organized to help the Minister of Education. Because most of the people who teach in those classrooms, they don't care. Women don't just think about work as an occupation. They think everything is a vocation, it's a commitment. And this is why we need more and more women. I hear you train the statistic, some people to 70. Madam Gender, please tell the people the percentage of women representation. The first time, BWI, 95 years, you have a woman. The first time you got a woman defense minister. The first time. And these people are not holding token positions. These are capable people. But also, what you people need is to mentor the younger ones that are coming up. I think the program knows that I don't just read documents. The last time they did a presentation, I made my comments, I returned it to her. Because we believe in the cause of women, what you need, good roads, how are you going to get women to good hospital? I have said, and I heard Tolo talking about it, that I will never in this country dedicate a hand pump. We are far beyond that. 177 years you be there hand pump. I think there are certain things in this country now that we should jump over. We went to Tubmanburg, the school there, we put water there, water system. On the other side, in the daycare, we put water system. You go to Cologne, Foya, we put in water system because our people deserve better. So how do we do that? We all are saying we should do that, we should do that. We all need to make sure that our resources are directed in the right way. There are few people who believe that this country was just made for them. That's true. If we don't care for how our resources are used, how we even negotiate, bring them in, bring the resources, then many people here who don't want to go anywhere. They want to be here. They want to be home. Today, the number of people that want to come back home, everybody. Because home is home. And I always remind them when I travel, I say the people that think we shall overcome and we think we shall come over. They want to overcome, we want to come over. Your country, we have everything in this country. If we just take care of it. Who doesn't want to go to the southeast? Beautiful place. But you have to have a good road. If we just take time and do the best for our country, most of the people have benefited from this country. The only people are ourselves. If you were to deport people now and say come back to Liberia because they have Liberia passport, some of them don't know where to go because they didn't really come here. So we facilitated these people, but how about ourselves? It's about time that Liberia is for Liberians. Who taught people how to have clean streets, clean environment? It is this country that almost every country that had conflict had come for rescue. We went to school with people from Biafra, they were in school with us. People from Sudan were here, Kenya. And not one day did we deport anybody from here. But all of the international organizations that we have founded, there is now one international building in this country. We're not even regarded for what? Who organized the AU? It's Liberia. But look the first intercontinental hotel, Duko, where is it today? OAU, everything. And we don't even seem to care. Even our mining sector, where people are taking oil from there, they have built their countries. Liberians, we have to now put Liberia first. We sit here, this is the only country, you go to neighboring countries, you got the locals there, they are millionaires. Look here in Liberia. Even the food we eat, the rice, it had to be brought in by foreigners. What are we doing? So, if we put our eyes together, we recognize one another, and the thing about us, we always shortcut one another. As soon as you talk about Liberia, We got plenty of evil against it. Foreigners, we do, but when we jam, we won't go to the same people. Liberians got to have respect for Liberians. Liberians, we have to have love for their country. Liberians, we have to know that it will take Liberians to build Liberia. And that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. So all the agenda issues, talking about sanitation, education, you look at our girls, very brilliant. But look how the school these days, what do the children have? Nothing. We got to get our school system back. Yeah. Today, where is it? We prefer people coming from out and taking our produce away. We got to get our act back together. And that's why we depend on all of you, your suggestions, your cooperation, your ideas. Don't say I'm not in it. Nobody has a right to keep you away, but make yourself available. We all may not get government jobs, but we all can contribute in the way we should. And I don't have to be, I used to be, the thing I like about women is when we were in school, the girls, even the dress, you don't recognize it, they complain. You got boys here, they don't even look at us at how it. That shows women like attention. They like to be noticed. They like to make sure that they know when they are there, they are there. And we are willing to work to put this country back. To put this country back on the road. And it will take you people. It will take your ideas, we can all have political differences, but it's about Liberia. We can't sit down in this country, people come digging out our country, taking all the resources. Where do you go? Where do you go? If we just do our best, come together, in no time this country will be back. And we will not stop making sure that this country is left in good hands. I hear some of our friends say, we are the gateway to Africa. I say, Liberia will be the destination. And it can be. It's not in America. If everybody here, with your prayers, with your knowledge, your contributions, we all put our hands together, in no time Liberia will regain the status in the Committee of Nations. And so today we are able to be here. We want to ask, we talk about resources. I'm informed that we talk about money, but there are already some $46 million for gender program. The minister agenda. I mean, and besides that, I might even propose that one thing I would never sell tickets, because you go sell tickets to a woman, she say, buy it for me. So we can begin to raise our own fund to empower women, because when it comes to election, most of the problem is resources. We can put ideas together. We empower. I was president of the Senate, and some of my greatest contributors were the women. They do their work. They're not just there for name. So if we empower, between now for the next campaign, we empower our women, we'll get the best of women who care for their people, for their children, for the future of their children, and they will make sure this country will move in the right way. It's not running away, moving to another place, it's building what you have. And so they made a presentation, but we are committed to working, to making sure that women's voices are heard, that women programs are submitted, is supported, that every opportunity will be made available for women participation, and I'm committed to that. So I want to thank you for this, and it's the way in which we've decided to, during this independence, to put Liberia in the position that we'll begin to see our country in a new way. We'll begin to make our contributions to make sure that this nation moves in the right direction. As for the people, they know us. They know what we're capable of doing. It's the confidence in ourselves and working together to make sure that happens. So I want to thank you all for this program. I want to thank the presence of leaders who themselves are women of substance who are contributing to this country. Let me assure you that we are all ready. You are preaching to the choir. We are on board. We'll work with you. We'll continue to support whatever you're doing and whatever you need as guidance from us. We are prepared for it because we know with you this country is going to move. Thank you. Talking about Idana, I'm talking about no Idana.
Thank you, Mr. President. This brings the program to an end and call about photo opportunity with His Excellency the President and members of the High Table. The members of the High Table will bring constant in the photo, and whilst we will begin by calling our mothers, the prayer intercessors, they will come first, vote left, they will come first and gather here.